Alright, gonna wait a bit. Make sure I'm live. I think I'm live. Am I live? Can you all see and hear me? Is the music too loud? How's everybody doing? Alright, I got a whole bunch of yeses coming in. Okay, so here's the thing. I have 4 options for drawings that I want to do this time. And, like, I don't know which one I want to do, but whichever one I do, I want to actually, like, complete it this stream instead of, like, you know, just doing a whole bunch of series of sketches. So I'm going to show you, like, each of the ideas I have, and then I'll let you guys decide which one I should finish during this stream. So, here we go. This is option 1, which is like a Minecraft drawing of me defending an Enderman from an iron golem, because recently an Enderman that I had somehow tamed by staring it down, like, it tried to follow me, but I live in a village, and the iron golem killed it, and I was, like, angry and sad at the same time, so I drew this, and this is one of the pieces that I might finish today. So that's option 1. Option 2 would be a redrawing of this screen cap from an old Spy vs. Spy cartoon, which, if I were to redraw this, I would probably give it some, like, even more gay undertones than it already has, because even like this, they're already looking pretty fabulous. Option number 3 would be to make a sort of completed version of this sketchy anthro void that I made, which is supposed to be the Void Pyramid from the Starlight Brigade music video that, like, Twerp and Dan Avdan did. If you haven't seen that music video, by the way, check it out. Not only online, but it's also gonna be on Adult Swim tonight, so check that shit out. So that's option 3. And the 4th and final option would be a sort of, like, reflection piece with, like, you know, maybe my normal self on, like, the left side, and then my dark self on the right side, kind of, like, mirroring what I'm doing, except in, like, a dark and evil way. So that's option 4, and those are all the options I have. So just to recap: option 1, Minecraft; option 2, Spy vs. Spy; option 3, Starlight Brigade; option 4, Dark Self and me. So here's where you cast your votes. Alright, I'm gonna have to take tallies of this, because it's like, y'all are typing fast. Okay. Alright, let me go back up. Let me go back up. I gotta go back up. Alright, okay, so we have one for Minecraft, one for 4, another one for 4, another one for 4, one for option 2, option 1, another one for 4. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on. Judging by the results, just from looking at the chat without even taking tally anymore, it looks to me like y'all really want to see option number 4. So I guess that's what I'm gonna go with. Also, like, I still have, like, a little bit of that cough. So, if I, like, cough a little bit, I hope y'all don't mind. I don't know what's going on, if it's, like, allergies or a cold's coming on. But, honestly, other than, like, the coughing, I feel fine. And I don't know what's going on. So, that's just how that is. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Alright. So, let's get this shit started. Okay, so... this is also going to be a sort of, like, exercise for me, in that after the last drawing I did, I discovered, maybe I'm pressing my pen too hard to my tablet's surface, and that could be a source of my hand's pain. So, I have, like, increased the pressure on my tablet pen. Like, the pressure setting, not, like, physical pressure, but, like, you know what I mean. So, I'm going to try to press lightly when I'm drawing this time. Cough syndrome. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. This song is called Fly Away, I think, and it's by the Fat Rat. I'm sure if you look up the Fat Rat, you'll be able to find it. The Fat Rat is really cool because, like, most of his music is, like, copyright free, which is great for me because I can make a whole playlist based on that and not get, like, demonetized. Also, if I go silent sometimes, I'm not, like, ignoring any of you. It's just that I tend to get into the zone when it comes to art. So if I ever go, like, silent for extended periods of time, just, like, yell at me and be like, Mark, you're supposed to talk! And I'll go, oh shit, I forgot. Alright, my favorite horror game. I think I said this in, like, one of the last live streams, didn't I? But it's Bendy and the Ink Machine because it's, like, it's a horror game, but it's on the level of, like, it's not too scary for me, is what I mean, because I am an anxious little baby of 24 years old, and it's hard for me to handle horror very well. Excuse me. Yes, I do love Bendy. If I ever get stuck in Minecraft, will I be happy? Well, it all depends. Do my friends get to go with me? How much do I like FNAF? I mean, I have an entire AU based on FNAF, so I'd say I like it a fair amount. Speaking of which, I know that the 5-year anniversary of FNAF is actually, like, coming soon. So, I have a little something special planned for y'all on that day. But no spoilers. Well, maybe one spoiler. It's not a Percy and Springtrap thing. but that's it. I know, I'm sorry to disappoint that it's not a Percy and Springtrap thing. How dare I do anything other than Percy and Springtrap? I'm just gonna say this now. Please never ever ever draw me with a female form. I am transgender, and seeing that sort of thing, like seeing myself as what I don't want to be, it really messes me up, you know? Like, I understand if you didn't know, but just like, I hope you learn. Something seems off about this hand. I need to start over. I know what I'm aiming for with this hand, I just can't seem to get it right. Story of every artist's life, am I right? Can't get the hand right. Well, it is the sketch, so I probably shouldn't worry too much. I just want it to look right. Okay, maybe if I... Yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. Is that a good hand, you think? If I were a FNAF animatronic, which one would you be? I think I would like to be either Ennard or Toy Bonnie. Because on the one hand, I genuinely love clowns. But on the other hand, I also like rabbits and the color blue, so... If I were a bendy person, who would I be? Well, honestly not Sammy Lawrence because I want to smooch him. But, maybe I would just be, like, Toon Bendy. I really like Toon Bendy. Alright. I gotta mark where, like, the center line of the front of my shirt is. Maybe I'll stick the wristband on this hand instead of this hand. It just looks weird without anything there. Must make chest flatter. Must make chest flat. Yeah, maybe that's better. Now this is much better. I can, like, I don't have to press so hard to get the dark lines that I like. Alright, I feel like... Well, obviously the face is missing, but I'm gonna be doing, like, 2 of these things, so, why don't I just... Yes. And then, like, I'll probably have some sort of, like, cracking glass in the middle. And, like, I think this half of me will be holding... I don't know, should I be holding a planet or a star? Because my dark half is gonna be holding, like, a black hole. However I draw that. Like, yeah. Shadow, I think I need to ask you to please read the rules of my chat, because you're spamming a bit, and I don't want to, like, put you in timeout, so I'm going to assume you didn't know, and hope you read the rules. Thank you. God, I need more settings. There we go. Yeah, flatten those together. I don't know how I would do a galaxy-themed planet, but maybe instead of, like, a planet or a star, what if I did just, like, a regular old, you know, spiral galaxy to sort of contrast the black hole? I can't do Minecraft Earth. I'm not that good at straight lines. The only reason I can do straight lines is because, like, I know the hack where you hold down shift and just put a dot where you want the end of it, where it's like do. I can't do enough of that. I can't do that over and over again and make Minecraft Earth. Hello, Ruby. Everybody give a warm welcome to Ruby, because she is, like, quite possibly one of the best fans I have ever had the fortune of, like, you know, encountering, I suppose, would be the best word. She made a, Percy and Springtrap music video of Jekyll and Hyde, but it's Springtrap and Glitch Trap. So if you're interested in that, please check out her channel. She is so good. She's a good little bean. Also, I hope that I'm getting the pronouns right. If I'm not, I apologize so much. Alright, there's me. Dark me needs sharp toothums. Sharp little teeth. I have not gotten any sales on my keychains yet, but then I haven't really talked about it that much, so why don't I just take this moment to sort of, like, pause the drawing and let you all know that, yes, I am, in fact, selling keychains and stuff that I've made by hand. I have an Etsy store now, and I'm selling, like, all manner of keychains, and hopefully soon I'll be able to do, like, fridge magnets out of perler beads. All of them are still available. I have, like, Minecraft, Undertale, I have a bendy one. I have all kinds of keychains available, so if you're interested, head on over to my Etsy and check that out. There should be a link in my community tab, and I will also post a link to that as a comment after this stream has finished. Or if anybody else can, like, access my Etsy right now and link it in the chat, I will allow you to do so, because, like, it has, like, you know, moderator permission. I will give you permission to send the Etsy link if you have the Etsy link. And that's that for now. What type of cake do I like? I like all kinds of cake. I mean, if anybody were to make me a cake, I would be happy as long as it's not like... What kind of cake? Like that Heinz ketchup cake? Yeah, like, yeah, no thanks. Let's see, I think it must be in my old stuff. I need a reference. Wait, is that... No? Where did I put it? Where are they? Oh, here's one I can use. Yeet. And... let's see, was there something else I needed? Do I need a space texture? Oh, right, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I feel like I may have moved it over here somewhere. No. Pictures. Important stuff from old computer. I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. There's my space texture. Is it fun owning my own me now? Yeah, it's pretty, like, small and quiet, so I actually kind of appreciate that. But if it does get, like, you know, bigger, then I'll be happy with that too. As long as everybody behaves themselves, I am Gucci. Alright, post it in the chat and I will, like, you know, let it go. I think that's how that works anyway. I'm not sure. I've never, like, had to do this before. I am just as new to this as, like, any of y'all, so my bad if it doesn't work. Yeah, Spy versus Spy. I'm actually holding a multiple animator project right now. I wonder if I can, like... No, I don't know how to do it, but I'll post a link after the stream is over. But yeah, I'm holding a multiple animator project right now, which is going to be a Spy vs. Spy reanimated thing, and I'm still looking for animators. Like, I only have one slot filled out of 19, so if any of you are animators and you would like to participate in this multiple animator project with me, then I would be very grateful, because the project that I have in mind is a sort of like love letter to Mad Magazine, to thank them for, like, all the laughs they've brought to all the generations over the years, because they'll be ceasing publication this month. And that's the whole reason why I put the project together. So if anyone's interested, go check out the video, and be sure to, like, follow the entry rules in order to get a role, because I do have a couple of requirements that you have to put in order to qualify as an animator for that project. I need a link to some of the stuff you've made before, so I can know, like, your skill level and all that sort of thing. And the other thing I need is, like, the color of the border around the clip that you chose, just to show that you were, like, paying attention to the rules, you know? Because if you weren't paying attention to that, there could be some other details that you didn't pay attention to that are vital for the project. And if I can't trust you with knowing what color the border is on the video, how can I trust you with, like, you know, animating the way I need you to, like, the way that the rules call for, in order to make it the best possible project and video that it can be. Sylvian, I've actually already drawn a fusion of me and Sammy Lawrence. I believe that's up on my DeviantArt page. And if you, like, look that up, then you should be able to find it. Also, like, if anybody could, like, spread the word about the Multiple Animator project, because I feel like hardly anybody knows about it, and hardly anybody has, like, applied to be in it, and the more attention it gets, the better things will be for me. I don't want to sound, like, selfish or anything, you know? I really want this to get off the ground, because I want to give a proper thank you to Mad Magazine. Because Spy vs. Spy, for me personally, was incredibly, like, helpful when I was a teenager. I actually have, like, a story as to why that is. So, like, the whole thing is, when I was in high school, I struggled with math a lot, as most art kids do, and it was hard for me to remember what the lessons were, because the way my autism is, it's like I think in pictures and all that sort of thing. I don't, like, think with words or numbers. When I think of something in my mind, I picture it, you know? And as such, it was hard for me to sort of remember the math lessons and all that sort of thing. So what I would do was I would draw the spies in my math notes that the teacher would hand out, and they would be acting as, like, additional teachers and tutors to me. And I know most of the time they're mute, but for the sake of my lessons, I would allow them to speak and, like, have speech bubbles, and they would, like, explain the lesson and come up with funny puns and clever ways for me to remember what I was supposed to remember. And it became this huge personal thing for me, because that kept up for years, and to this day I actually still own that Spy vs. Spy math binder with all of the notes inside. And, like, I remember having even, like, special guests show up. Like, sometimes Danny Phantom would show up. Sometimes the predecessor to Spy vs. Spy, El Hombre Sinistro, would make an appearance, and I'm sure I butchered the way you're supposed to pronounce that, but he would come in and he would, like, help with the spies sometimes. I remember I was starting to get into Homestuck around that time, and the trolls would like pop in and give lessons too, and like, who else? I feel like there was someone else. Oh yeah, creepypasta. I was big into creepypasta at the time, and Slenderman would come and teach me math sometimes. And so that was how that was for me. And up until, like, I think my third year of high school, that was the way I did it, because my first 2 years of high school, I had teachers who would print out the math notes and give it to the kids, and we would just, like, you know, finish them ourselves. And I would just draw Spy versus Spy in the margins, but after that, I moved to Minnesota and attended Tolkien Institute, I call it, where the teacher didn't print out the notes and give them to the class because it was like a really small class and it would have used way too much paper and ink for the school to be able to afford. So we just had to, like, write it down on line paper instead, and there was no room left for me to draw Spy versus Spy. And I think that, plus the teacher not being very good at, like, addressing how the lessons were done, like, he's a good person. I don't want anybody to think that the math teacher I had was a bad person in any way, shape, or form. But he would often, like, get distracted and wouldn't know how to teach the lesson. And so he would, like, assign us homework, and we wouldn't know how to do the homework. And the next day, he would, like, show us how to do all of the problems on the board. So instead of just, like, doing it yourself, most of the kids would they would just copy what he was doing onto their paper and get a grade. But I felt guilty whenever I tried to do that, like I wasn't earning an honest grade. So I just tried to do the work myself, and I wound up, like, failing that year. And since then, I've just learned that math is not my forte, and as a result, I just do not have, like, a GED and all that sort of thing. I don't have a diploma. I dropped out. But in spite of that, I still feel like I am doing well in life. Like, I have this going for me. I am continuing to grow in my art in every way. And, like, I'm learning how to animate. I've got you guys. And it's like, you know, just because I'm not smart in the math department, it doesn't mean that I'm not smart in general. And I know I kind of derailed the topic, but I do want to finish this with saying, I think if my good math teachers, Black Spy and White Spy, were to see me now, I think they would be proud of me, and I should probably draw them interacting with me and saying so. That would be a sweet piece, I think. Whew, that that got a little long-winded, didn't it? I mean, math is important. It's like one of the fundamentals of the world, but God, does it suck. And the way it's taught sucks. Let's see. I feel like I may have chosen the wrong playlist. Like, I have 2 different royalty-free playlists. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. Alright, let's get some upbeat techno in here. Royalty-free upbeat techno. I mean, like, letters in math in and of itself isn't so bad. Like, you know, learning 7x equals 14, that's not such a bad thing. But when it gets to the point where it's mandatory that you have to learn, like, you know, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared over 4ac over 2a, I still have that drilled into my head, and I haven't used it in years. I haven't needed to, because no, like, real-life person who is going into a normal life, who isn't going into, like, a STEM field, is going to need it. Obviously, if you're going into a STEM field, then yes, you should absolutely learn equations like that. But if, like, things like that shouldn't be mandatory for your average, everyday person, you know? Because they don't need that. They don't need to know that. They just need, like, the basic stuff, which they neglected to teach us. Like, I don't know how to do taxes. I don't know how to, like, you know, do mortgage stuff. I don't even know exactly what a mortgage is. I just know that it's, like, some sort of house payment. I don't know any of that crap, man, because the schools never taught. And I think it should be mandatory that they teach us things like that instead of, you know, x equals negative b, blah, 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 blah. Like, if kids want to learn that sort of thing, that's fine. Let them learn. Let them learn what they want. But you have to teach them mandatory things, and stuff like that just isn't mandatory. Like, what are you gonna need more? That equation, or how to, like, calculate the tax of something that you're about to buy in your head? But yeah, I think I'm done talking about math now. What's a different subject? Somebody introduce a different subject. I'm gonna enter the zone while I try to draw this hand. Yes, if you could ask people and just, like, spread the word in general about the Spy vs. Spy map, I would be very grateful for that. My progress on Enemy of the Dead. I'm currently rewriting the rough draft of, like, the synopsis, because I've had to, you know, I've had to change who the bad guy is. Like I said, originally it was supposed to be, like, Scrap Trap, but now I have to rewrite it so that it's Glitch Trap. And that's what I'm currently doing. And I'm going to have my friend Sierra, you all know who Sierra is, I gush about her every time she comes onto my streams, and if she, I think I talked about this with her, and she's going to be helping me write the story, so I'm excited for that. Taking a drink real quick. Colin, you may share the name of my brother, but shut up. I don't take kindly to spam. And if I need to remind y'all again, please read the chat rules in the description, because spamming is clearly against the rules there. Katie, if anybody starts spamming again, you can just, like, put them in timeout or block them from this channel entirely. I don't care which. You're a mod, and I trust you, and I love you, and you're a good friend, and I love you. My favorite Deltarune character. Rules Card! I freaking love that guy. Darkbox was actually planning on, like, I think doing a dub of Deltarune, and asked me to voice Rules Card for that, so yay! I get to voice my favorite character, yay! Wait, why am I doing this now? I haven't even... I'm silly. I am a silly goose. I need to put the space in place first. Zoom back in. This is how I do my Space Zona skin, by the way. If this is, like, something you're interested in learning. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. You're getting a tutorial anyway. I basically just put, like... I put the texture where it needs to be, and I kind of, like, flip it around, see which one I want to do, and then I select the areas where I want it to be applied, and just sort of, like, copy and paste the selected areas onto a new layer, and then, boom, I have Space Zona skin. A lot of people think it's, like, a huge, complicated process. It's not. I promise it's not. The hardest thing is making sure all the areas are selected. Because with Metabang, I kind of have to, like, make sure all the little nooks and crannies are good. But yeah, copy, paste, boom, I have Space Zona skin. If I became a Hypno? That'd be pretty cool, I guess. I would rather just, like, have a Hypno companion and, like, be able to hug it and all that sort of thing, but, like, that's just me. I'm sorry I can't read everybody's messages. Y'all are too fast, and I talk too slow, and I think too slow, because that's a part of my autism, too. Alright, gotta fill in my teeth. My shiny teeth and me. I mean, I grew up with a cousin who's younger than me, and I was around her when she was 7, so I know what a 7-year-old is like. And, oh yeah, trans rights. Yeah, I will give you all permission to spam just this once if you spam trans rights in the chat. I will never say no to posting trans rights in the chat. Vixie, if you want to know the story behind that, I believe I have a sort of like story time thing on my YouTube channel. I believe it's called Hiding in Plain Sight. So if you look that up, you'll be able to know the story of how I like pretty much discovered I was trans. Alright, let me rotate. The poop I have to go through to make sure my logo's right. Oh, speaking of my logo, I recently got a t-shirt with my little Space Sona thing on it. Like this thing that I'm drawing here. In just this color. And I love it. I swear whenever I'm going out to like a social event where people are gonna like, you know who I am and recognize me, I'm absolutely going to wear that shirt and my khakis. Like, I'm going to dress up as my Space Sona. I don't give a heck. You can draw as good as me. You just need time, patience, practice, and a whole lot of self-love. So don't doubt yourself, okay? New chat rule. Don't doubt yourself in the chat. Alright, so let's see, what else do I need to do other than shade over here? Oh, the galaxy, I think. Hooray, my first time drawing a galaxy. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'll use... Can that... I don't know. Maybe... Let me just... I'm gonna try... Yeah, let me look at the track real quick. This is Unity by the Fat Rat. I'm actually used to hearing a different version of this, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. Because if y'all stick around long enough, the version I'm used to hearing is on this playlist. But it's not gonna come up next. It's gonna come up way later if we get to that point. And no spoiling what it is in the chat. Like, it's so hard for me to not hum the version that I'm used to hearing when I hear this version. Yeah, I didn't mean to double tap. Go away. Yeah, too blurry. That might be it. Oof, too bright. There we go. Now that's a good-looking galaxy. I just need to add some stars to that. It's just... Yes. What the? Why is it like that? Why are you like that? That's what I want. Come on. I need some over here. Just one little bit. Just one little bit. Just one little bit. There we go. Alright, now I'm starting to get the hang of this brush. Maybe. Yes. Oh! I got a donation! And Sierra's here! Hi, Sierra! Katie, he's back. You know what to do. Yay, justice! Let's see. How you doing, Sierra? Alright, how's that for a galaxy? I think that's actually really pretty. I quite like it. Your feet hurt. I imagine work is killing you. But I appreciate that you stopped by. I always appreciate whenever you come to these, even if it's like during work hours, which I'm sorry it is. But I love you so much. I love you. All right, good night, Rosalina. Dream of space for me. Because let's face it, space is cool. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Mark, what are you doing? Don't you know that it's like a baseline artist rule not to color or like shade with black because it looks really bad? Why, yes, I do know that. It looks bad if you have it on normal or multiply, but on overlay, that stuff looks good. You can't even tell I used black to shade. It just looks nice. Probably I should add a tiny bit under the nose. There we go, that's looking good. And yeah, some on the eyebrows too, because they don't look dark enough. Okay, now they're too dark. Why don't I just erase the lighting that's on that? Maybe that'll solve it. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, I think my space Sona is done. Now it's time for this bastard. Alright. Merge. All the layers. Merge. And, back to this thing. I'm going to change it. The shading has the swag and the colors are YOLO. Alright, hue. I need this to be red. No. Not yellow. I didn't piss on the moon. That's Eggman. That's on Eggman. Merge! Everybody merge! Alright, let's see. I like the shade of red that this is, but I kind of want it to be darker. So, I'm gonna try doing a little messing around. That's a little too bright. I wonder. Yeah, it darkens the stars too. I hate that it darkens the stars, but maybe I can work around that somehow. Oof. Yes, I think this is what I'm aiming for. I think this is good. This is good. This is really, really, really good. Alright, I think that is good to go over here. Maybe. The red is blending in with his outlines. But perhaps I can just change the outlines because I really like this red. Alright, should I... Yeah, there we go. That way more stars show up on the body. There we go. Oh, hell no. Katie, let me handle this guy. Let me just... hide user on this channel. Dab. You don't get to demand to be a moderator on my channel. The only people who I allow to be moderators are, like, my close YouTuber friends who know how to do that shit and who I like. Like Katie. She never begged to be a moderator. I just made her one because I trust her and I like her. Yeah, and it's like, it's really sad for me too in a way because, like, he shares the name of my brother, like the way it's spelled and everything. And it's like, if it were my actual brother, I would happily let him be a moderator if he were a YouTuber, but one, he's not a YouTuber, and two, that's obviously not my brother. Alright. Ooh, that's an angry boy. That's an angry boy. Actually, the outlines, maybe they just need to be darkened a little bit. Now let's see what I can do about that. Brightness. See if we can bring the brightness down. Yeah, I think bringing it down a couple of pegs that way helps. 'Cause it's like before after. Well, I'm not doing Percy and Springtrap right now, so that's just how that's gonna be. This is what I'm doing right now. And it's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. It's so hard. It's so hard to find, like, the right color. I wonder... Is there a way I can, like... Is there a way I can reverse the colors on this? Ooh! My anti-Sona is wearing jeans instead of khakis. I think the celebration for that is pretty much over. It's a little bright, but I think I can make it work if I can just figure out brightness. I mean, my regular self is blue, so having a red version of myself that's evil is just kinda natural, you know? Yeah, no, I need... What if... Ooh, oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. I'm digging this. That's hot. That's hot. There we go. I think that's good for, like, the top part of my hair. And then the sides and eyebrows are always darker because they reflect, like, what my actual hair color is, which is like a dark brown. But in real life, the top of my head is blue. I draw myself pretty close to the way I look in real life, I think. The opposite of pink? Well, let's go over here because I have pink on my trans bracelet. So the opposite of pink looks like is green. Which, green is a common evil color too. Also, what should I do for my Dark Me's, like, bracelet thing? Because, like, if I do the trans colors, it won't quite suit him, but I also don't want to do, like, the opposite, and I also don't want to do, like, black and white or something like that. I want to do something that fits him, but doesn't, like, you know, make whatever sort of community he's in seem bad, you know? Maybe it should just be, like, straight up black. Maybe it should just be straight up black. Like his heart. Yeah, I think I like that, actually. And for that matter, maybe I'll make his eyes dark as well, with, like, a reddish sort of pupil. Do. Oh, I'm liking this. Let's see. Hey, I'm gonna BRB for, like, just a quick minute. I'll be back before you know it. Don't go anywhere. Where's the... Alright, sorry about that. My cat needed to be fed. Okay, I think it's time to do the dark hole, or the black hole, or... whatever. Yeah, I gotta fill in all the little gaps. You're not fooling anyone. Hey Katie. If memory serves, wasn't this guy also causing a problem on, like, Darkbox's channel? Asking to be a moderator there too? Or was it one of the other Fighters of Light? Because I remember hearing someone, like, talk about this in the group chat. Yeah, I gotta turn this one down a bit. Not that far down. There we go. Bye, whoever's leaving. Inverse. Fill that up. Oh no, it wasn't you. It was Colin. He was like demanding to be a moderator just now. He was like, stop blocking me and make me a moderator right now. And it's like, you are a mental case. Alright. Gaussian blur. That looks nice. And I was like, bitch, that's not how you become a mod here. I would imagine anybody who, like, makes him a mod with him using that method is either insane, desperate, or sad. Alright, and I gotta blur this a little bit too. Ooh. That kind of looked good, though. I really like that. Alright, I think I should move the black hole a little further this way. And I should probably make my galaxy a little bit bigger to match the size of the black hole, at least somewhat. If there was a Halloween costume of Sammy Lawrence in the store, I would be so happy. I could dress up as my husband. Alright, now it's time for the black hole on his shirt. Which I think should have, like, less of those things. Or as few as possible, because I don't want to make him too hard to draw for the future, you know? I want anybody to look at him. I want anyone to be able to look at me, or anything that I create, and be like, oh yeah, I can draw that. Alright, fill in the black hole. There's some aspects of people that I can't draw well either, but if you take the time to practice, like, I've been going at this for years now, and I'm still learning every single day. So, you know, never give up, and all that. There we go. I think that's good. Now, the only question when it comes to finishing my dark self is, should the black hole be casting light or shadow? Like, should I shade it the same way I shaded myself over here, or should I go for something else? Oh, here it is! Here it is! It was so hard not to sing Megalovania when the original version of this song was on earlier. And I believe this version is also copyright free too. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to let it go. Is that okay with you guys? I'm gonna shut up. Yeah, they're right, Slushy. They're right. Katie, let me handle him this time. If he were really a fan, you think he would have learned his lesson, you know? Alright, I'm gonna try something. Oh, time to turn it back down. Turn it back down to about that. His eyes don't look very glowy if they're not bright, you know? Okay, where did I... There's that. Whoa, no! Yeah, I think that's better. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. see. Yeah, sorry. It's like I said, sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to talk during these. That is on me. Besides, the music is nice. Yeah, Jack, come on. What's going on? How's your life? Creeper. Oh, man. So we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side. What are all you guys' plans for the upcoming week? Anybody got any fun summer plans? Gonna go on any road trips or visit some interesting places? Seeing interesting people? What's going on? Jesus. Yeah, school sucks. I'm glad I'm not in it anymore. That probably sounds insensitive, but like, it's true too, you know? Alright, Oh, that's hot. That's hot. But what if... Alright, this I like. And I think I know just what I'm gonna do. Gonna put that there, and put that there, bring these down, put it like that and that, and let's see, this side should have like a bright blue, and that side should obviously have like a bright red. Oh, you got back from Mexico? How was that? What all did you see in Mexico? I've always wanted to visit other countries, but I've never, like, been able to. Jeez, give it up. What a lunatic. Well, looks like I missed a few spots. Yes. I should probably... Yes, there we go. That's better. Okay, these silhouettes actually look really cool. Alright, flatten those. Put those back. And... now this is looking neato. I mean, there is one person I know of who is crazier than this guy who keeps making new accounts and being all, no, don't ban me, after trying to forcefully become a moderator on my channel. There was one dude who, like, you know, he kept accusing me of saying the N-word on my streams, which any of y'all would know I would never, ever do that. That's against my own rules. I would never say such a thing. And they kept, like, hopping on to their 70 alternative accounts and spamming that and clown emojis. And it's like, dude, do not disrespect clown emojis like that. I love them. They're my boys. Ooh. Love this. That's hot. I'm not even saying it ironically anymore. I'm actually enjoying this. Alright, swap the colors. Well, now it's getting hard to see him. He's so dark that it's hard to see him. Maybe I'll turn that down just a wee bit. Down to... yeah, down to 20, I think. He's still pretty visible. I hope. Listen, you can't trust everything on the internet. He could be saying that his brother did it, but it could be a lie. And I have to take the chance that it was a lie in order to keep those kinds of things from happening again. Exactly, Masked Deviant. Actually, it looks nice that way, too. I think I like it better that way. Here's the thing, if he makes another alternative account and doesn't say anything, I'll be fine with that. But if he comes back and starts spamming the chat with, please let me come back, I didn't do anything, I swear, like trying too hard to convince me, then it'll be out with him again, you know? 'Cause it's like, you know, it's tiresome at this point. Like, I don't care if he comes back as long as he shuts up and doesn't say anything anymore and minds his manners. That doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Maybe just... yeah, there we go. That's better. Just straight up black stars. Can you tell I listen to these songs, like, a lot? Whoops. Didn't mean to copy, I meant to merge. Since y'all seem to like merging so much. Alright. Now all that's left is a watermark. Merge. Everybody merge. Everybody do the merge. Be a little darker. I wonder what the merge would look like as a dance. Everybody do the merge. And then it's just like a fusion dance. I think this is probably it. What do you guys think? Do I need to, like, change anything, or... Do I need to change anything, or does it look good as it is? Does it look finished and nice and Gucci? If there's anything that I should add to make it better, or any sort of like constructive criticism you have, I will happily accept it. taking a wee drink. Oh, and for anyone who's like wondering what this fella's name is gonna be, y'all know how I'm like Mark Maker. I create things. This fellow's gonna be Dark Destroyer, which for me personally I think is a really good idea. Oh, I know what I should do. I know what I should do for this piece. I know what I should do. I know what I should do, George. Let me just bring everything down. I'm gonna do one big, massive merge. The merge to end all merges. And then... chromatic. Yes! 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 Maybe 4. Yes, 4. 4 looks good. Because I love this. I love the 3D effect it gives. I love it. Merge. Aw, man. I can't do a very good duck voice, but my friend Roxas can. He's not here right now, though. Can I take a message? And that's the last of my drink. And I also think this is the last of the stream. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. If you liked what you saw, give the video a like. I'm gonna be trying to do Saturday evening streams every Saturday for the rest of however long. And like, emphasis on try, because if something comes up and I can't make it, then I'll try to like schedule it for a different day or make up for it on the next stream. But if y'all like the sound of that, then fantastic, and I will see you all in the next stream. If you're interested in merch, I have a Redbubble and a TeePublic that you can check out. There's also my Etsy store, which I will link in the description after this is finished. And oh yeah, if you want commissions, those are always open. Coffee is always open for sketch commissions. I have an Amino now, so check that out. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.